What's up guys, Marco here, welcome back to another fingerpicking lesson. Today we're going to have a look at the pentatonic scale, one of the most famous scale in music, especially on guitar. I'm going to show you how we can actually put it into practice and come up with beautiful sounding fingerpicking melodies. Now I'm going to show you how to use the scale melodically, how to use it rhythmically, and also in a simple blues, where we're going to combine major and minor pentatonic. Now we're going to take it step by step. You can get the tab, check my Patreon page, and also subscribe to this channel if you want to keep up with all the upcoming lessons. Now let's have a close up and let's get started, guys. Enjoy this lesson. Now, pentatonic scale, E major pentatonic scale with the example number 1. The goal here is to explore the melodic side of the scale, and so for this reason I want to play the scale horizontally up and down rather than just vertically. And what I mean by that is the pentatonic scale is this one, the E major pentatonic scale. But rather than just play in one position, I'm gonna play like this. So I basically have 3 different positions. The first one is this one, which is G string fret number 4, 6, and the B string fret 5. Then I have on the B string fret number 7, 9, and the E string 7, 9. And always on the E string fret number 12 and 14. Now, the melody starts like this. Now this is an E major chord. I'm only playing the low E string open as the bass. I have the G string fret number 4. And then I slide from fret 5 to the fret 9 on the B string. I'm playing the bass note on each beat. Okay, so the melody is very simple. And it's all between the 7-9, 7-9, and then 7-5. Then I'm going to change chord and play an E7, E dominant 7, which will make the whole thing more bluesy. So I'm playing the G string fret number 7, which is the minor 7 of E, and then the B string fret number 9. And then the same melody. Then I'm gonna change chord. A major chord, I'm playing the G and the E string fret number 9, just like a triad, but only with the G and the B string fret number and the E string fret number 9. Then 12, 14, back to the 9, and then 7 and 5 with an embellishment here starting from fret 8 and back to the E major. And I'm playing this kind of Hendrix type of chords, double stops. So I have on the G and the B string fret number 4 and 5. So I pluck that one time, then again, and I quickly hammer the G string fret number 6. Go back to the same chord, the D string fret 7, and fret 4 on the D and the G string, and I quickly hammer the fret number 6. The last phrase, which is fret 5, 7, and fret 4. Now I'm playing a different chord now, a B major chord, which is fret 2 and 2, with the B string open as well. And then 2, 4 and 2. A beautiful E major pentatonic, 4, 7, 4, 7, 4, with a hammer on and pull off. 7, 5 on the B string, fret number 6 on the G string, and I finish with a beautiful A chord. Now the bass note is the A. And I'm going to do something really cool here because I'm going to play an E minor pentatonic, which sounds pretty cool. So I have the B string, fret number 8, 5, 8, 5. And then on the G string, fret number 7 and 4. D string, fret number 7, back to the G string, fret number 4, and then 7 sliding to 9. So I'm combining two scales, major and minor. And the last chord. So I have a beautiful F sharp 7, which is 2, 2 and 3, with the top E string open. B7, which is 2, 1, 2, with the top E string open, and just an E major chord. So low E string and G string open, hammer on fret 1, and the E string open. And this is the first idea, a melodic approach to the pentatonic scale. Now guys, the next example is in A minor. We're going to use the A minor pentatonic scale, and we're going to explore the rhythmic side of the scale. And we're going to kind of use a riff, which is the same phrase repeated over and over. And then we're going to kind of play a different chord progression, okay? So the idea sounds like this. Now this A minor pentatonic scale, we're going to play like this. So we only have one note which is out of, let's say, the position. And I have the G string fret number 2, B string fret number 1, 3, and 5, the E string fret number 3, 5, and 8. Now we're going to start with the pentatonic. Okay, so what I'm playing here and how can I make it rhythmic? First of all, you have to make sure that you are you play the scale fluently. So I have a lot of slides here, for example, 2, 1, 3, and I slide to fret number 5. Then I have fret number 3, and a quick hammer on from 3 to 5. F major chord. Now I'm playing the F like this. I like to play the low E string with the thumb, fret number 1, and then 3, 2, and 1. Just a basic F, but you can play the bar chord if you want. Now I have. So I have a hammer on and pull off between 3 and 5 on the top E string. Then the B string fret number 5, 3, and I slide back to the fret number 1. The G string fret number 2, and the G string open. C major chord, and G major chord. Then I have the same phrase. starts the same way, but we end it in a different way. So you have 2, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 8, and a slide back to 5. F, and then the same phrase. So when you play faster, now this is, like obviously a very rhythmic approach for the chords as well, and I'm using some percussion, so I'm gonna play the whole thing slowly so that you can pick the percussion as well. Now guys, we're gonna explore the blues, and I'm gonna show you how we can combine both major and minor pentatonic. This is a blues in A, and it sounds like this. Now guys, in this blues we're going to use a major and minor pentatonic. So we're going to have the A major pentatonic, which is the fret number 7 on the D string, then 4 and 6, 7, 5 and 7, 5. We're also going to use the D string fret number 4, which is still part of the A major pentatonic scale. And we're also going to use the A minor pentatonic scale, which is 7 on the D string, and then 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8, and 10. Now, we're going to play also 3 chords, okay? The A7, which is the first chord we're playing, the low E string fret 5, the D string fret number 5, and the G string fret number 6. And we have a D7, which is A string fret 5, and then fret 4, and then fret number 5. And then E7 is the same 2 frets up, 7, 6, 7. Okay, now the first chord is A. So we're going to start with the major pentatonic. And then the minor pentatonic. So we basically just play the scale. 7, 6, I slide from fret 5 though. 5, 7, 5, A and D, and then which is 5, 7, 5, 6, and then fret 4, but I slide from fret 5. And fret 7 on the D string, 4, and back to the G string fret number 6. This is all major. Then I have same phrase, 6, 5, 7, and 5. And then the chord, D7. And then a phrase which starts with the minor pentatonic, which is the E string fret number 10, and then fret number 8, but I quickly slide to fret number 9, which is back to the A, okay? So when I put the whole thing together, you have we have which is a very simple phrase. So on the B string fret number 5, 7, and then 5 on the E string, which is obviously an E major pentatonic. And then I'm playing 7, 9, 7. And the chord. Then, and this is pretty cool. So I have on the E string fret number 7, 9, back to the 7, 5. So I have, it's a really nice minor pentatonic bluesy phrase. So the B string and the E string fret number 6 and 7, 7 and 8, and then 5. And then the last phrase. And then the turnarounds, okay? So A and F sharp 7, flat 13, which is 2, 2, 3, and 3, and B minor 7, B minor 9 actually, which is 2, 2, and 2 on A, G, and B string, and the E7. And we'll finish.